Immortal, this is fire.
Yo, what's going on, people? What's going on, people? SVD on the mic, Dojo Design Guy back again. We're back. Community Corner is back, quote unquote, season 3. Shout out to everyone out there. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you had a blessed day today. We're back, as I say, season 3, all that good stuff. Today we have Ghost coming on. I'm gonna get him on shortly. Yeah, man, Ghost, long time member of the community, long time member of the scene, TO, Ultra Street Fighter 4, Marvel 3, all that good stuff. But yeah, before we get to starting the show, I've got to do a cheap plug. So essentially, you know, I've messed up the thing already, haven't I? So essentially, where are we? You know what? This is not a good start. This is not a good start already. Share screen. So essentially, I started another stream series on Tuesday. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm playing retro video games, so like the games that I used to play back in the day, like SNES games, NES, Mega Drives. Can't settle on a day, but I'm gonna be streaming again next Tuesday, probably like 6 p.m. But just keep it out for socials. I was playing this on Tuesday, Batman Returns. It's good stuff. Yeah, but yeah, keep an eye out for that on our socials. We'll get to that when we get to that. But for now, what I'm going to do is get on our guest and get into the show. A shout out, man like Ghost. But let me unmute the mic. What's going on, Ghost? What are you saying?
Oh, yes. What are you saying, bro? What's good? What's good?
Nah, I'm good, man. How you doing today, man? You had a good day today, man. How you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm good, man. I'm good. Obviously, you know, the grind never stops. Back from EVO straight into getting married in 9 days.
Oh, mad.
Yeah, life's happening for me, man. I'm telling you.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But how you feeling after, first of all, how you feeling after EVO France, man? I know obviously it was a pretty big weekend for you and for the scene in general, but how you feeling, man?
Hey, honestly, I'm feeling good, really good about it. Like, I had a lot of doubts going there that it wasn't going to be as big as I hoped. And the EVO themselves, like, they didn't officially promote the tournament until really late. So I was kind of, in my heart, I was kind of ready for disappointment. But luckily, it all worked out with a week to go. Suddenly, everyone went, yo, Street Fighter 4, Marvel at EVO, and everyone just signed up.
That's sick.
So yeah, it was real nice, man.
Nah, that's proper.
Everything I could have hoped for more, honestly.
That's proper. But yeah, like for those, I guess, that don't know who you are, which that, you know, if they don't know who you are, they should know by now. But yeah, let the people know who you are, and, like, you know, how you, just kind of a little bit of background about yourself, pretty much, and what you kind of do within the fighting game space at the moment, at least.
Damn, where do I even start? You know, my name's Ghost. I'm from SFO, the Leeds community up in the north of England. I come from London originally. That's where I started playing fighting games. But SFO was like my first real local scene. Sadly, I left London right as like Winner Stays On and all that good stuff happened down south. You know, shouts to Worski, Logan. And I kind of dipped right as that started. But right at that time, yeah, Street Fighter 4 and then Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out. I found a little local scene, 6 people having breakfast in a cafe on a Sunday. And then the rest is history, you know, just kept playing with them every week. It grew and grew and grew. And yeah, I've been playing with most of those guys ever since, man.
Nice,
But
nice,
like
nice.
before SFO and all that stuff, I started with Tekken and Soul Calibur
Oh,
2. Those were like,
okay.
when I was younger, those were my games. I loved the 3D games.
Mm,
I was better at Tekken, but I loved them both the same. You know, I played them both the same, but I just took to Tekken a lot more, like around Tekken 4, Tekken
yeah.
5 DR. I started to get like, I was too good for my friends, you know,
Oh,
and
okay, okay.
and it was before, like, even before YouTube and stuff like that, which is mad to
Mm,
think about. Yeah, even playing games since before YouTube was a thing.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
before that, there was like, you just thought you were the best and that was it. So I went looking for people like, you know, you'd hear a rumor, oh, this guy plays here and he's quite good. So I go like
Mm,
seek out some of these people. I was willing to travel. Like I traveled outside of London to go to like a university to meet this guy and play Tekken. Sat and played Tekken all night. It was
yeah.
GG's. But I was like, at that time, that was the first time I'd had like competition in a long time.
Okay.
Played
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
that actually was taking games. I had to
Mm,
adjust, had to think about it. And then I was lucky enough to stumble across the arcade scene in London, where
mm,
Ryan Hart used to play down on Good
yeah,
Street.
yeah.
And so I used to go down there once a week, and that's when I really learned what fighting games were about for the first time.
Mm,
Because I thought I was nice at Tekken, bruv,
yeah.
and I played those people, yeah. And the first time I went to a casual session, they said, "Oh yeah, you're trash in it," and I beat everybody. I didn't lose a game,
Yeah, yeah,
and they
yeah.
were like, "Trust me, you don't understand when you play
Oh,
some."
wow.
And I'm like, "I need that. Like, I need to be
Yeah,
humbled." And
yeah.
yeah, soon enough, like the week later, I think I went to the arcade, I had the humbling experience of playing Ryan Hart and some other like killers at the arcade.
Yeah, yeah,
And that
yeah.
was it. I was just hooked to competitive fighting games from
That's
that day.
so how did you kind of within your own scene, how did you get to the point where you were the best in the scene, and what made you want to go out and to travel to like other scenes and play with other people?
Well, it wasn't back then. It wasn't really a scene. It was just like my group of friends. I grew up
Mm,
like, and then I found friends that played fighting games and stuck with them because it's what I enjoyed doing. And then it just got to the point where, yeah, like Tekken, especially, like there was plenty of other fighting games we played. Like, we would play everything. Marvel 2 was our jam back in the day. Love Marvel 2. I
mm,
still do to this day. It's one of my
yeah,
favorite fighting games, if not my favorite fighting game of all time.
yeah,
But Tekken was the one that I excelled at, and none of my friends at that time, they weren't really on the same level. So it was
mm,
like that's when I started going looking for some
yeah,
competition.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
just hear stories, you know, oh yeah, I played this guy at my university. He was really sick. I reckon he could beat you. So off I went on the train.
mad World Warrior.
But yeah, it is a mad one. Like you don't really even think about it. I just knew I was better
Yeah,
than my friends,
yeah,
and I enjoyed the game, and I wanted to play more. And they kind of was like, "Yeah, let's play Marvel 2, or let's play this game, let's play that game," you know,
mm.
because they didn't want the smoke, bro. And that's how it
Yeah,
was.
nah, that's fair enough, man. So you
Most
kind of
most people were casual, you know. So it's like as
yeah,
soon as
yeah,
you surpass even the casual level,
yeah,
most of your friends they don't want to know anymore.
mm,
That's why, luckily, the FGC exists
yeah,
and it grows because there's a lot of people out there like me that just if they didn't have other friends to go play fighting games with,
yeah,
they would
yeah.
just be ruining somebody's lives, you know.
Yeah. So how did you get good at the time? Like were like Tekken and Soul Calibur, were they like the first kind of fighting games where you kind of actively trying to play and get better? Like you kind of transcended from like the casual to like I'm serious with these games, I want to get better. Like and how did you kind of do that? Like given in those times as you say there was no like YouTube, there was no combo videos or things like that. So how did you kind of get to the process where you got better in your
So
initial scene in first?
I think for the two games I mentioned, like Soul Calibur and Tekken, Soul Calibur was just grinding. I just played me and my friend Peter. Shouts to Peter. We used to
Mm,
play every day, 8-man team battles. We knew the whole roster between us. We knew like all the moves that you could like dodge and parry, and there were mind games because we played each other every day. So you had to think
yeah,
outside the box.
yeah, yeah.
Even back then, I didn't realize I was being smart about it. We were just playing. But
Mm,
like looking back now, there was like there was mad adjustments from both sides over the years that we played. But
mm,
Tekken, I just took to Tekken. I just loved every character. I went through the move list of every character, learned all the moves. I thought I was an innovator of ducking strings and doing all this stuff. People were like, "Yo, it's like, you know, how do you know how to do all this shit?" And just because I'd seen all the moves list and I'd done all the combos, I'd just sit there day and night. I was
mm,
just, I don't know. As a kid, I could just never put it down. It just
mm,
entertained me for hours. So I just sit there, every character, every move list, go through them all till I knew. So even if I played somebody that was good, I usually won with knowledge because I just
Yeah,
knew what every character did, and
yeah.
it
You
was
knew the
like,
strings, you knew where
yeah,
like the
yeah,
gaps were and stuff. Like,
just
yeah,
knew some basic stuff and some basic pressure, and that was enough to crack most people at the beginner level. Because you know what Tekken's like, everyone remembers playing their Tekken 3 Eddie friend.
yep,
Everyone
yep,
hate
yep, yep,
Eddie, this
yep.
guy just spamming the
Standard, yeah.
buttons, and I used to love
X
playing
and
those
circle,
people.
just spamming, like
Yeah,
just
trust me,
spamming.
I played enough of them to know I didn't want to lose to them no more. So I'm like, just small adjustments just to make sure I
Yeah,
knew the basics, how to punish something, how to block. I knew all the top 10 moves that people would spam.
yeah,
And then just from there, I just kept increasing the knowledge, you know? That's why I've
yeah.
gone back to Tekken now after a long break, like at least a
Okay.
decade.
Oh
And
wow.
Tekken 8, I can still kind of keep up a little bit because I have the
Yeah.
legacy knowledge. I
I
know
was
some
gonna
of the
say
characters' moves,
Tekken
some of
is
the strings.
definitely one of the games that is like a legacy game, like
Oh,
that will carry
100%.
you.
And I'm not going to say I know everything, but like I just know enough. Like I still remember how to duck a few strings, how to take a throw, and have a bit of movement. So it's like, yeah, you can still trust me. I'm enjoying coming back to Tekken a lot.
That's nice. That's nice.
Mad
We'll get into
nostalgic.
that as well because I didn't
Hey, for
even know
sure.
that. I didn't even know that you played like Tekken 8 like that. So I guess like obviously you're playing and then you're starting to travel out further to these places and stuff. When do you kind of when can you remember like the first kind of tournament that you entered, or like whether it be like a local or a bigger one back in those times? Like,
Yeah, so it was before there was this big London one. I can't remember the name of it now. The names just escaped me. I feel like you put me on the spot, but I should have thought about it already.
nah, it's all good, man. It's all good.
It was like SBO, that was it.
It was the
Down London.
SVB. Was it SVB?
Oh yeah, SVB, that's it. Yeah, 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 yeah.
SBO's the Japanese.
Oh
SBO's
yeah, 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 that's it.
yeah,
Yeah,
Super
SVB,
versus
that was
battle.
it. It
Yeah,
was on
yeah,
the
like
tip of my tongue, bro. I do.
Neo Empire and all that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So they had that, but right before that, they had something else, and it was just like in this pub in North London. And I met somebody at the place I told you about where my friend took me, and I beat everyone. They're like, "No, you're shit." They were like, "We know where the good players go. They go here to this thing. So you want to see if you're good,
Okay.
go there." So I went to the tournament. They were playing Soul Calibur, Tekken, Third Strike. They had a couple. I think Virtual Fire had just come out on the PS3 or something like that. It was like right around that
PS2.
era.
Yeah, probably PS2.
Yeah, yeah. It was like right there. And yeah, obviously I thought it was nice. I went 1 and 2 in the tournament. I lost to a girl actually. Yeah, it sounds silly now, but apart from my sister, I'd like everyone I played fighting games with was guys, and like even for years when I was in the tournament scene, you hardly see any female representation. But luckily that's changed now. You know.
Yeah.
Fighting games for everybody now. But yeah, it was like I wasn't expecting it, and this girl was so good, bro. She was so good. She absolutely rinsed me, and I'm like, damn, can we play some games? You know, I want to play. And so we just sat and played.
Nice.
And then, yeah, I was telling everyone how nice I was on Soul Calibur, and I had a little win streak going on the setup. Then some dude just came over. I think he was playing Killick or something. And he just like got me with 2 cheeky ring outs and beat me and ran out the venue screaming, like popping off that he'd beat the unbeatable guy. I was like, damn, damn, that's what happens when you talk shit. You think you're nice. And then suddenly, you know, that's it. Then you're the victim. But yeah, that was the very first tournament I ever went to. There was, I want to say there was about 50 people there or something. It was pretty busy, like, because there's a few games there. I like Street Fighter, but I didn't really get into Third Strike because I didn't own it. So I would have been all over Third Strike, but I just never had it. You had to have like a Dreamcast, or you had to have like some weird port for PS4, like you know, some of that dodgy shit. But I never had none of that, so I played on my PS2. So whatever I could play on PS2, Marvel 2, Soul Calibur, you know, Tekken, that was me.
Fair. So what were you kind of, as you say, you were still Tekken back then? What did you have? Where did you get to the point where obviously Street Fighter 4 comes out in 09, and like, so obviously we know you've got a history with Street Fighter 4, of course, still, which we will obviously get to, but like, where do you get to a point where you start playing Street Fighter, and how is that different? How do you find the transition from that to the 3D games that you were playing at the time?
I think again, like I didn't emphasize Marvel 2 enough, because even though those were the main games, I played Marvel 2 every day. We did like pass the pad in a room full of people, winner stays on, so everyone tried. We didn't know what good Marvel was back then. We didn't know like the tier list. We just played what we were feeling, but we played every day. So the transition from 3D to 2D was always really natural to me anyway. But I played vanilla. I was like, yes, okay. I played same with vanilla Marvel 3. I enjoyed both of them, but I still like Tekken. And then Super. It was when Super came out and Ultimate, really. Like it was Super first and then Ultimate. Like those 2 games, they just hit that cusp where it was like it was slightly more accessible than the previous iteration, like Third Strike or Marvel 2, but it still had mad depth. It had execution. you hit combos, you felt nice. Like those games just appealed to me instantly. Like Super especially had such a big roster compared to vanilla
Yeah.
for Street Fighter 4. That was like, oh, there's all these alpha characters, there's
Yeah, it was
this,
like an
there's that.
extra 10 characters, and
Yeah,
then like the
it was a
first
lot
strike
back
ones as
then.
well, like add-on, like Dudley, like yeah, it
Yeah, and then you
was
got the new ones like Jury Hakan. They added like Abel as well, Seth to Street Fighter 4. Like a lot
yeah,
of new characters that were interesting, man.
yeah, yeah. So
And
did you?
obviously then it was like that was online as well. It was like my first real online
Mm,
was probably Tekken 6. That was like the first fighting game where I really played it online. But Street
yeah,
Fighter 4 was the first one where it was like Xbox Live was sick, you know? It was
yeah,
a real thing to play it like.
yeah, because everyone was obviously Street Fighter 4 kind of brought back a lot of people into the scene and kind of brought new faces and stuff as well. And obviously that game was really popping online and stuff as well. So obviously you get to a point where you're playing that and you're playing it and you're starting to enter tournaments in that. How do you kind of get to the point where from obviously you're playing in these tournaments, and how do you get to the point where you start doing like running events and stuff? How did that kind of happen, and what kind of pushed you to do that essentially?
I mean, it was purely by accident when COVID happened.
Mm,
I'd like injured my leg maybe like 2 weeks before the lockdown.
mm,
So I couldn't really go anywhere. I was just at home. A friend of mine had given me a laptop because I said I was like interested in streaming. Maybe I could stream some Street Fighter or something. Um, so he gave me this laptop, and then COVID happened. I was like, oh, I might as well have a little go at doing some streaming, you know. So I used to
mm,
stream from my living room, playing a bit of Street Fighter 4 for like 2 people.
mm.
I did that for maybe like a few weeks,
Yeah.
and then I came across a guy called Flo Yuken from France. Shouts to Flo. He's the main reason I started all this.
Okay.
He came to me
That's
one day
cool.
and was like, I need someone to run a tournament, and this person's like bailed out on me. I heard you might be able to help. You got a little stream and stuff. So we ran our first PS4 tournament together back then. I don't remember how many people entered, but it was just a nice little thing to do on a Sunday during
Mm,
COVID. There was nothing else going on. And from those tournaments, I just met so many people, and we were all in the same position. You know, there was COVID,
yeah.
it was lockdown, everyone was at home, so we
Mm,
just like started growing a little community, playing Street Fighter day and night. I'd play Street Fighter till the sun came up because there was, there was nothing to wake
yeah.
up for. I was like, gonna get up and walk my dog, and
Yeah.
then back to the stream. So we started doing those, and again, it was just like just by chance I happened to meet Flo. And we ran those tournaments for a while, and then I decided I really enjoyed it, and we started doing it like a bit more seriously, running a little
Mm,
tournament series. I ran a league which was very similar to Topanga, had some like
mm,
really nice league overlays on the stream, invited a bunch of really sick players from Europe. We'd have
mm.
like, streams twice a week where we'd be having these league sets with guest commentators and all this stuff. And
Okay.
everyone wanted to get involved because everyone loved what we were doing and no one else had anything else to do. So they were
Yeah.
all in. They were
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
in. Everyone was enthusiastic. They wanted to play. They wanted to commentate.
Yeah.
And it just kind of snowballed from there, really.
So kind of obviously just because of COVID, it kind of helped the situation in regards to like the online and the streaming and stuff. So how
Oh, for
did that
sure.
work in terms of like organizing people and getting them together in online tournaments and things? How did you find doing that side of things in terms of like getting the players and doing that kind of stuff? How was that for you? And
I-
coming from your background where you just wanted to play, like how did you find the organizational side of it?
It's funny, actually. I took to it quite naturally, but it was easy because of Discord. Like I never knew about Discord and stuff like that
Mm,
before. And with Discord, it's so easy. You just tag everybody. Everyone's in the stream anyway. It was like it started pretty small. So it
mm,
was really like it wasn't really TOing at the beginning. Everyone was there when they needed to be. We just
yeah.
updated a little bracket, did some commentary on some headphones on the PS4 pad,
Yeah.
and that was it. So it never really felt like I was doing anything major. I really eased my way into the point where it became work.
Yeah.
So at least at first it was very casual, and that's why I didn't even realize what was happening.
Yeah, because
You're just running a little thing, some people in the street, and the next thing you know, you're TOing these big tournaments, running a Discord. It's madness.
yeah, it's crazy, man. And why Street Fighter 4 and Marvel 3? Because I know obviously you like those games, but I think for me, you're one of the people that has been a strong like supporter of those games continuously, like year in year out, and it's obviously a sick thing. But is it like those games specifically? Like, what is the reason? Because obviously there's other games that you said you played. There's newer games out coming out. Obviously Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 6, but obviously you are known to kind of support Street Fighter 4 and Marvel 3. Why is that? Is it just those games and how
I
good
think
they are to you, or
I love that whole era, like watching Twitch grow, watching YouTube grow, stream. I remember when there was like 3 streamers, you know.
yeah,
Now suddenly, like, you're watching it grow. You're meeting all these people from around the world in streams, and it's just there was just something about it, man. That era was just so golden. Like having NLBC every week, Wednesday night
loved
fights.
it.
They were
Yeah,
like weekly majors on
yeah,
either side of America, you know, and you could
yeah,
learn so much. It was just both those games were so good. So when I traveled to tournament regularly, I traveled for both games. I justified it. I could go anywhere because it was worth it to play 2 games. The 2
yeah,
games I enjoyed. And Street Fighter just kind of happened, and I just rolled with it. And then I was like, I want to add another game to my stream if I'm going to stream full time. It'd be nice to support another community.
yeah.
And then Parsec happened for Marvel.
Mm.
So again, I was like, oh, I can't believe it. After a decade, we've got playable online Marvel 3. It was like a dream. I saw some TNS tournaments, and I'm like, there's no way it's that good. And then I tried it, and it is that good. And I was very lucky that I knew the Marvel guys for a long time. So when I decided I wanted to get involved, I joined their Discord. It was already popping. The Marvel 3 Discord is genuinely one of the best places in fighting games. If you want to learn the game, people want to teach you. There's tournaments for all skill levels, exhibitions. Everyone's friendly. Shouts to Mr. E, who pays for a server so people can play every night. You know, there's a queue. Yeah, trust me. There's just the whole thing of everything about it. It works so well. It works so well, and everyone loves that game. So it was easy just to add that in because I love both games anyway.
Yeah. To be fair, for me, like they're probably, as you say, that kind of era, that time period of like when those games were coming out, it was my best times in like the community, if you will, because just the vibe was different. Everything was kind of fresh, and the games were growing and stuff, and it was really sick. But for those that obviously may not know what Parsec is, if you could explain like what Parsec is and how it works and how it contributed to obviously Marvel 3.
Yeah, so Parsec is like you're basically hosting the game on a different PC using a server. So both players connect to the PC, and then they play using the connection to the PC rather than through the game. Because the native netcode for Marvel 3 is probably the worst one I've ever seen. Worse than Street Fighter 5. I'm telling you, it's terrible, man. But Parsec, because you're just connecting to the PC, it instantly gets rid of all that stuff. So it's as strong as your connection is to the server. And then they use servers based in certain places to make it like fair. We have the London-based server that people connect to. And the best thing about it is if one person has a connection issue, it's a one-sided issue. So for me, as like running tournaments, knowing that I never had to address any connection issues because it's a one-sided thing.
Yeah.
It's instantly when you run online tournaments, if you understand, it's like it's really tough. This stuff happens all the time. And with Marvel, it's just never been a thing. But yeah, Parsec just made it so that the game that was completely unplayable is now it's amazing. You know, it's really you can play it online competitively to a point. I think as long as you're close enough to the server. And we got a few servers, you know, a few people run servers in France. I think we got one in Italy, the UK, like, you know, so people can connect from all over. Spain as well. I've got a massive Parsec scene for Marvel 3. Yeah. Shouts to Sharon and the Spanish guys. Yeah, they got some killers over there too.
Yeah, that's sick, man. It's just good to hear because obviously these kind of games, like without stuff like Parsec and things, they wouldn't be getting as much play because it just, as you say, the netcode wasn't great. And even though it's out on PS4/PS5, it's probably, I don't think they did anything with the netcode on the PS4.
No, they did nothing. And both times I got excited. They released on PS4, then they released on PC as well. And I thought, there's no way they got 2 more chances to like fix the netcode. There's no way it's still gonna be the same, right? And someone was like, "Yeah, trust me, on PC is really good." And I played it, and it's just exactly the same.
Yeah.
But it's a shame. Like Parsec's not good for every game, but for Marvel, which was otherwise unplayable, it's incredible.
Yeah,
and it saved Marvel during a time where people had nothing to do but play Marvel.
Yeah, and obviously because it's gone through, it's still playable now, and it's gone through. Obviously, it was the highs, and then the period was there, and then it kind of died off a little bit because it was like, okay, Murray Doom, it's the same thing. And then I think Parsec obviously revived it, and then you got the new blood of players coming in as well. Because back when it was like it was Wong, like Flocker, like Chris G, and those kind of players. But then obviously you got the newer players that were coming in, and then it was getting the spotlights at EVOs and stuff again. And
yeah, you love to see like people getting into a game that's that old, that's not really like supported. You know, it's like you have to go to Parsec to play it. And these people like Liberal Terminator, You know, we've got Inkler here who's been playing for 2 years and he's one of the best players in Europe now. He's young as well, man. And just having access to that means people can learn the game. And if you really want to learn the game, there's communities all over the world and people love Marvel. They just want to teach you. So, you know, if you're willing to put in the time, you can always get good at Marvel. Look at Marvel too. Like there's people, there was new blood in the EVO bracket when they run that big EVO tournament. There was still like a few newer names. They've just learned the game in the last few years and they're putting in the work, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's mad. And it's great to see, man, because not many games get that kind of revival where there's new players all the time. And like, because there's going to be players that have, as you said, the guy that you mentioned has been playing for 2 years. Like I remember playing it back when it was on like Xbox PS3, and it's like to still have new players playing the game now, and it's still, I think for me, it get visually, it still looks great. Like I think it's one of the best. For me, it's probably like one of my personal favorite fighting games. Even though I wasn't great, I had a.
You don't need to be though. That's the beautiful thing about fighting games. You know, 90% of people are not going to be amazing at the game, but they love it anyway.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun game. It's training mode. It's best training mode. It's so satisfying.
I can sit in there forever.
Yeah,
forever. The skill ceiling's like as high as you want to go.
Yeah. Just definitely.
That's why I love those games, man, because it's infinite creativity. That's what fighting games is all about for me.
Yeah, definitely. So I think like, so obviously there's those games. How do you feel about, we kind of segue a little bit. How do you feel about like the current fighting games then? Because I know obviously, as you say, those games are the full creativity. There's obviously like there's things like combat mechanics, and it feels like they're trying to dumb down fighting games. Like, how do you feel about like the current set of fighting games at the moment then in comparison?
You know, it's really tough because I've tried to support loads of new fighting games since I've been streaming. Since I started, Strife came out, Street Fighter 6 came out, Tekken 8 came out. We got 2XKO, DNF Duel, Battle for the Grid. Like so many games came out. Yeah, they were really hyped up and they had loads of promising stuff, and they just died out, man. Power Rangers was sad because it was broken on release and you couldn't block low. And it was just like Justin Wong made this game, and you know he had a part in it because you can't block low. So Power Rangers sadly, but DNF was really hyped up. Anime game, really easy to play. I love DNF. I still think that's one of my favorite fighting games of all time. But I just never got.
I feel like it's underrated. I feel like it's
super underrated. That game was sick, man. I won 2 locals in that game. I love that game. It was sick. But like now, like Street Fighter 6 for me is kind of, it's got a bit stale because nothing's changed. Like nothing big has changed in the last few years. I don't really care for most of the roster. Like JP for me is the only reason I kept playing the game at all, because I find this character so interesting. But the rest of the game is just like, I don't know, it's very one-dimensional, you know. But yeah, there's a lot of other games that have promise. Tekken 8, like I said, amazing, coming back to Tekken after a long break. I play on Hitbox now as well, having the time of my life. Yeah, it's really good, man.
How did you find switching over to Hitbox from Stick?
You know, sadly, it was out of necessity because I had a house session once, and this is the only time anything ever happened in 15 years. But somebody ran off with my PS4 controller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I've got this Hitbox that someone left here. I can either play on it or not play Tekken. Yeah. And it was COVID. I was like, I can play Tekken to 7 in the morning, got no controller. So I just picked it up and started learning. I play Kazuya. I soon figured out that doing some of the harder stuff is pretty trivial. And I love flashy stuff. I love combos. It's one of the main reasons I play fighting games. So I persisted with the Hitbox. After a couple of months of hand pain, it all went away. It felt natural. Now I couldn't go back to playing on anything else. Has to be Hitbox for Tekken.
Fair.
And then there's 2XKO. That's the next game I really want to get my hands on. We'll put some time into. But you know, go on. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say shout outs to Jassy in the chat. He said list the names. Let's process them by elimination.
Damn, it's true though. You know, the biggest heartbreaker of them all for me though is City of the Wolves. Like that game had so much promise. It was so hype. You got Ronaldo in it. You know, like they did all the stuff. It looks sick. Mechanically, I think it's the best current fighting game. It's got the most depth. It's got the best mechanics. It's hype. The cast needs some tuning from what I've seen, and it needs a few changes, but like it's very interesting compared to just like doing Heat Burst in Tekken 8 or Drive Rush in 6. There's like a lot of really sick in-depth mechanics, and people just didn't want to give it a chance, man.
Yeah, I feel like
that was meant to be the big one. That was meant to be the next game. It was going to save the FGC. Everyone was like, counting down the days, and then they came out, played it once and went, oh.
Yeah. There's always like a savior of the FGC, and like that's the game I played. I haven't played it recently, but that's out of the fighting games that are out now. That's the game I play, and I think it's a shame because I think like gameplay wise and system wise, it's really good. I think like graphics, visual. I think it has elements to be successful, but I don't know what it is. Why it just, as you say, people just didn't want to give it a chance. Like I feel like it came and then it just went, and like it's kind of quickly got to a point where it's filtered down and only a certain amount of players will play it now, or like if they play Street Fighter or this, they're gonna play Street Fighter above it, and it's just kind of got its smaller scene now, which is such a shame for it to be so highly marketed and promoted and stuff. And
That's it. You know, they
I've
put a lot of time and a lot of love into that just for it to flop. And I feel
yeah,
like if you're not Street Fighter 6 or Tekken now, you're just fucking dead on arrival.
Mm.
For the longest time, I thought it was about the money, but they put up
Mm.
mad money for City of the
Yeah,
Wolves,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it wasn't enough. I
Yeah.
think Street Fighter and Tekken are so easy to get into that they
Mm.
appeal to so many more people. Like anyone can pick up Street Fighter 6 and master it in a day, you know.
Mm.
Tekken
And I
the
think
same. They can think they're nice with the mechanics. City of the Wolves, it doesn't hold your hand at all.
yeah,
So, you know, if you've got this easier game to play, that's bigger, more people play.
yeah,
And
yeah.
especially the netcode for Street Fighter 6.
Netcode.
It's next level wizardry, bro. I don't know what they
Mm.
did, but it's part of making the game a bit easier, though, the buffer window and stuff. It just makes the
Yeah.
rollback and everything work nicer, I think.
Mm.
But yeah, in terms of online, it's insane.
And I think like probably what holds like City of the Wolves back as well is like the overall package, because when you think of like Street Fighter 6, that's probably got the best like infrastructure in terms of the netcode, the single player aspect, all the rest of it.
Yeah, it's got the World Tour mode, like all this other
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, Tekken's got other stuff to kind of keep players, more casual players, like in tune with the game and stuff. But I think as a fighting game player, like I really enjoy the game. Like I really enjoy the game. I'm gonna get back to it like pretty soon, just live stuff and whatever. But it's just a shame. Like, and I still enjoy watching it. Even there's like things with the tiers and stuff. They say there needs to be a bit of tuning still, but generally it's a great game, man. It's a great game. So it's a shame that it's kind of gone the way that it has. But as you say, it feels like if it's not Tekken or Street Fighter, and like Guilty Gear is probably like a distant third, and then Grand Blue has its own scene. But
yeah,
generally,
Grand Blue's another one. I didn't even mention Grand Blue. I loved playing that
Mm.
game. I still, if I had time, I'd play it some more. I thought that game was really, really good. I've never been into those like anime type games. I played some old Guilty Gear, but it was more like Tekken, Soul Calibur, like I said.
yeah.
But yeah, it's like Grand Blue it just appealed to me, man. Same with DNF. Both those games, I just instantly picked them up, loved them from day one, couldn't get enough.
Yeah.
But then
who do you use in a DNF?
I played Crusader.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I didn't know I'd pick top tier. Honestly, I swear, I pick on vibes all the time. Every fighting game I play, I pick what I think looks nice. I don't care. They can be bottom two, top two. I was just playing Crusader. He puts the wall up. He's got a big hammer. Puts up the disco ball, bro. I was like, yeah, well, this speaks to me on a personal level. And then it turns out he was like, you know, him and Swiftmaster.
Yeah, Swiftmaster.
The game. It just ended up being me and Zane running that in the lobby against like people playing Vanguard and whatever. And then it's just me and him playing these sweaty matches with the top two characters.
Yeah, I used to play a Grappler. I used to play Grappler for a bit. Like,
oh yeah, he's sick as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. All the characters in that game, I think, were sick. Like, it's easy to pick up, but the designs were unique. There was a lot of like meter management, lockdown features, like just nonsense. But it felt fair because if you finally blocked for 30 seconds and then it was your turn, you made it count. You know.
It's true.
Like that Berserker character, he was madness, bro.
Yeah.
Giving up his health to take turns and stuff. Yeah, it was. That game's sick, man. So
it's
good.
Man. It's a shame. Again, it's a shame. But like, and again, visually it looks good. It plays, but it just, I don't know. I remember we had it one versus fighting, and Goichi came and swept up with Swiftmaster. Which
of course.
Yeah. So
that character's pretty good, you know.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good.
So I get to downplay Crusader when Swiftmaster players are around, you know. Like, top two, yeah.
Tell me about it. So, like, obviously, you've running like online events. How do you when obviously things open back up through COVID and stuff? Then you how do you get to the point where you're starting to run like offline events again, and you're running at tournaments and stuff?
You know, I don't even know how I went about it, but I'm pretty sure the first thing I ran offline was versus fighting in 2022. I want to say, 2022. I'm sure it was. Yeah, that was the first one, and that was like my first big offline. Like, I think I'd done some stuff at the locals for a few people here and there. But versus fighting was like my first. I went on the road with a stream and ran a tournament. And Justin put a lot of faith in me. So, you know, I was very lucky to get the opportunity. I ran both games that weekend, Street Fighter 4 and Marvel. And that was like, yeah, that was my first big one where I went offline, took my PC, everything I own, and we came run an offline event, you know?
Yeah. And you haven't looked back since then, man. Like obviously you've been at versus fighting. Obviously you missed this year, but other than that, obviously you've been at the Street Fighter and Marvel since then, really. And they've really
Yeah,
been great. They've really been great events as well. They've really been great as well. Like obviously me floating around with the camera and stuff, just the vibes and how things have been perceived. And those games, as you say, this I think they hold a place in people's hearts still. So like when they see okay, Street Fighter 4 is there and Ghost is running, I'm down. So it's like
yeah, those games always get the love. And sadly, Street Fighter 4 and Marvel, they've been like left in this gray area where there's like, you know, we got Fightcade for the classics, ST, Third Strike, you know, those games, anyone can learn Third Strike now. It's got hitbox fury, it's got frame data, it's got everything. Play online, great net code, you're blessed. And then there's other games like Marvel 2, CVS 2, Capcom Collections with great netcode as well. All these games have got something. And Street Fighter 4, like even Marvel, we got Parsec, right? It got something. And Street Fighter 4 has just been left behind, bruv. No support from nowhere, no rollback from nowhere, no new addition, no nothing. It's like, that's why it's up to me to try and keep it there until that happens, you know? That's why I've been persisting for so long, because I know after that, there is nothing, you know?
Yeah, and that, I say, and as I said earlier on, you are the one of the guys that is known for Street Fighter 4 and doing it online and offline events as well for that game and keeping it alive essentially. Because obviously, I remember around the times when Street Fighter 5 came back, and it's like, oh, Street Fighter 4 revival and stuff like that, and you know those kind of things happen. But have been like the one consistent with those games. So like, obviously, shout outs to you and that man, shout outs to you.
I love the game. And I'll tell you what, I'll give a couple of shout outs now. Yeah. The two people
Man,
that
carry on.
inspired me the most were TNS, Man Like Tong. I saw Marvel and was just like, this is everything I want my stream to be. You know, they're like family, man. And I was really blessed to go to Combo Breaker and meet them all. So that was awesome. And the other person is DJ Vest, Untamed Gaming. You know, we started doing collaborations. They had the American version of what I did, but they run sets every Tuesday night. And those streams during COVID, they were easily hitting 100+ viewers. Everyone was in the stream talking shit. We all knew each other. Everyone was betting on the matches. It was just like every Tuesday, I used to stay up till 5, 6 a.m. because there's nothing else to do. And they would just keep popping. Sometimes the stream would go till no one wanted to play anymore. And it's only really because I've been part of Untamed Gaming that I went and did all these events. Like without them, it would have never been possible, man. So yeah, shouts to Vest, you know, again for believing in me, let me do my thing on this side of the ocean. And I've been holding it down, man. Do my best.
Just want to get one of the messages in the chat. Jassy again, he says, with all your XP now, you need to help resurrect rival scenes.
All right, so look, this is unofficial, yeah, because we don't have a date, but it's looking like we're gonna have rival scenes in January.
Oh snap!
Fingers crossed. But it will be 2v2, 2xKO, and SF6 3v3. Those will be the two tournaments.
Nice.
And it will be all in one day as well, so just a day event. Because it turns out getting the Hilton for the weekend is pretty expensive. So we'll do one day event, but you know, more info to come, right? I've got to speak to Willow, we'll get a date, get it all locked in.
That's proper.
But you know, we love rival scenes. It's the only team tournament only major. Like everyone else doing their singles, doing this. Tyson and Will, they were like, we want to stand out from everyone else. We're going to do our major. It's going to be a team tournament.
I
have to show you some clips sometime of like rival scenes back in the day. It was popping. Yeah, teams from all over the place. You'd have like, you know, I'm Still the Daddy, Tyrant, the team. You'd have the guys from Middlesbrough, like Kadosh Shrews, Nev Bamshu, Blade and Ryu. Like all the teams were stacked full of killers, man. It was insane. Absolutely insane. We'd have the ED team as well, you know, like you boys would come up. Justin and them, man.
Alex,
Zane, like Rudy, like shouts to Lavelle, Rudy, Ginty. Yeah, shouts to all them, man. Hell yeah.
Sick, man.
Yeah, they were good. They were good times, man.
It was. That's what I'm thinking. Those kind of times, but it was the best times, man. It was the best times, man. And like, obviously, we had like a lot more kind of, I'd say, like the major events like hype spottings, Celtic throwdowns, and all of that kind of everything was just bubbling, and like the Manchester scene as well. Like, yeah, it was really good times, man. Really good times.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like a lot of them died out, like Celtic throwdown, hype spotting. Hype spotting was the big one back in the day. That was the one where you wanted to go. CPT event. We had the internationals there. Like, yeah, it was popping. And I've kind of watched them all fizz out as they do eventually, because you know it's hard work running that and you can't do it forever. And now
Yeah.
I'm starting to see like the next ones, like Neutral Mania in Scotland, Drowning
Shout outs
Pools,
to them.
Liverpool, like
Yeah,
some of the
yeah.
Sodium Showdown, Bristol. Like I'm watching all these scenes start to grow their majors and stuff now, and it's like it's great to see there's so many.
100%.
Whereas before it was it was just versus fighting at one point. That was like the last real big tournament in the UK. And now you got all these other scenes growing, and I'm watching them all, you know. And I hope they continue to grow, because that's what we need. We need more.
We definitely need that. We definitely
Always need more.
Definitely, man. So you said like obviously you've done like offline events, and you mentioned Combo Breaker briefly. What other events have you done then in terms of like your offline events? Obviously you've done versus fighting. You know you've done an EVO now, EVO France, which you're gonna get to. But what other kind of events? And I guess which one would, outside of EVO France, because I feel like that's probably gonna be your favorite one. Which ones would you say has been your favorite events to kind of run at?
I mean, outside of the versus fightings and Evo, I've mostly just run stuff at SFO and mad house sessions, like 20 people house sessions, stream tournament in my house. You know, 20 people surrounded, 2 setups in the kitchen. And then just like, you know, when I went to France and we had a session at Gagapa's house, he's got like arcade machines in his house. We did a stream there and stuff. But honestly, like of all the events I've done, versus fighting's the best one. The first one, especially, I met so many people from the second one, sorry, especially 2024. I met so many people from the community that we'd like met over the last few years. The tournament was sick. Justin, he looks after us so much. Before we get into Evo, there was a couple of comparisons. Like at versus fighting, we got wired internet, no problem, all day. We get a projector so people can watch the stream. They can watch the top 8. You know, he gave us consoles, monitors. Like Justin hooked us up with everything, man. And I couldn't have run those tournaments then if he didn't. And I went to Evo, and the difference was night and day. No projector, no advertising the stream. Didn't even get the wired internet connection on the first day because another tournament was running there. So I ran the Street Fighter 4 tournament on somebody's 5G on their phone. And you know what the worst thing was? Yeah, it didn't lag for like 10 hours until the grand finals. It was peak, bro. So yeah,
it's always
like,
the way.
I don't want to give them a hard time, because I think they did a really good job at Evo. Really good job as a tournament in a whole. No one complained. Even on the main games, they rotated the consoles. They did an amazing job. But for me, like Justin just looked after us, man. It's like going home, you know. Come to versus fighting, and I just know I'm looked after, bruv. So for me, versus fighting, definitely like the memories I have of meeting all those people, and then just like getting the opportunity to be doing something in the event Justin's running when I've been there since day one, watched it grow from like a single room in West Brom to this big thing in the cinema and shit. It's like, I'm honored to be there, bro, honestly.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's the one.
I remember,
for me,
2024 was sick. 2024
it was a banger. I'm
was
telling you,
really
it was a
sick,
banger.
man.
It was so
really
good.
Sick. So many players as well. Obviously Reinhardt, and like it was really sick. It was really sick, man.
Yeah, we had mad internationals. We had Reinhardt in the bracket. Yeah, man. It was like we had old heads as well. Like Bolt Strike was in there. There was someone else as well. Hurricane. Like, yeah, it was just sick, man. It was sick.
It was really powerful. It was really sick,
so good.
Yeah, which just before we get into EVO France, which what year was it that you went to Combo Breaker, and how was it?
That was 2023. I went. It was actually the stream kind of sponsored me to go out there, because we'd made friends with all the Americans on DJFS stream, and then they come to my stream, watch the sets. I'd get them to play on my stream. At that point, we were doing mad international stuff. You know, I was having sets from Australia, Brazil, North America, the EU. Like, I think we even had some Japanese arcade footage on the stream sometime and did some commentary on some sets. Like, it was a worldwide thing. Everyone got together to play the game because it was locked down. So when I went to Combo Breaker, it was to meet all those people that I'd been talking to in the chat for years. Got to play money matches with them all, run the sets. The tournament itself was good. It's the biggest thing I'd ever been to at that point. Like the scale of Combo Breaker compared to an EU event is night and day, you know. It was crazy. But yeah, the tournament experience was good. The tournament was run well. Sadly, we only got a stream for top 4, which I was kind of like, I would never let that happen, you know. I would have gone there with my stuff and streamed if they let me. But yeah, it was really sick. I always wanted to go to America. Had the time of my life, met all these sick people. I was sad to come home, bro. I was.
I don't blame you. But
yeah, honestly, it was such a good few days. We all went out for a steak dinner. We all played games in the hotel till the morning, you know.
Yeah,
It's everything you could want from a major. Like,
that's it, man. Because that's the
yeah,
thing
really,
when,
really good,
especially
man.
when you're traveling abroad to these events, is that it's not just about the tournament; it's about the whole experience in the totality in terms of the location where you are and just everyone else that you meet and everything else as well. So
That's it. And
that's
you know, if you go to a tournament and you're playing the game, you're not really gonna go travel and see the sights or do anything. So the friends that you make on those interactions in the games, that's everything, you know. So as long as they're on point, the trip was worth it. But yeah, the steak dinner, it was banging. Shouts to Swix. Swix actually played me in a money match and bought me a steak dinner when he lost. That exceeded the money that I'd won. So shouts to Swix.
Nice.
Hey, let me tell you, I'll give another shout out to Swix, because he's
Yeah.
been one of the biggest supporters of Street Fighter 4. He put in pot bonuses for loads of my tournaments, including EVO, $300 for EVO to make sure top 8 were getting paid.
That's it.
Even if he's not playing the game and he's not around much, he always supports. And when he is around, he runs tournaments himself. He does his thing, puts up money. He just wants to support the game and see high level shit. So shouts to Swix, man. He's one of the real ones in the Street Fighter 4 scene for sure.
Nice. He says, tell me about the story about the wine.
Oh, somebody just got a bit too excited on the other side of the table and started like flapping and just knocked my glass of wine all over the table. It was like a really expensive glass of wine as well. Man didn't even offer to buy me another one, you know. I think he was too drunk to even like realize what was going on.
Oh, that's terrible.
But yeah.
So, yeah. So obviously, we got the small matter of EVO France. So, yeah, obviously it was over this weekend. From what I can see, it was a really good event, really amazing, and obviously you played a part in there of running Ultimate Street Fighter, Ultimate Marvel Capcom 3. Confusion. Street Fighter 4 and Marvel 3. You ran those 2 days there basically. I got there in the end. So I guess firstly, how did that even come about in terms of you being over there to kind of run them? Did you kind of reach out to them, or did they reach out to you, or how did that kind of come about?
So basically, I picked a date for my wedding with my wife to be for the 10th of October, which, as you know, was EVO weekend.
Yes.
And I swear it was like that night or the next day, we were watching an EVO stream or something. Yeah. And they were like, yeah, EVO France. And I'm like, I can't believe it. EVO in Europe? I'm going to go there and run Street Fighter 4. Yeah. Like instantly when I saw the trailer. And then they were like, look at the date. And I looked at the date. I'm like, oh, bro, it's the same. So I had to obviously, you know, had to work hard to change those dates.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm very grateful to have such a understanding wife to be.
Yeah.
You know, she supported me through all sorts, and you know, she puts up with all the games and stuff. Eventually I managed to change the date. But as soon as I saw it, I knew I wanted to run Street Fighter 4 and Marvel at EVO. Like, I knew, and I promised everyone I'm gonna do it, but I couldn't do it until they officially let me. And then you have to wait for them to, like, I think it was in July, maybe they opened up applications to run community tournaments. So even though I knew from months ago, I couldn't lock it in until they give me the permission, which they did finally. But that was the end. That was like the beginning of September. So I basically had 6 weeks after that to organize 2 tournaments, get everyone to come. And some people, they already believed in me and they were ready to sign up. But it was a hard sell to everyone else, knowing that there was only 6 weeks. You got to book your travel, accommodation is expensive. The early pricing had gone for EVO, so it was more expensive to go there.
Yeah, because by that time, as you say, like the pricing and stuff has gone, so it's going to be more expensive to kind of obviously get get your ticket and sort out travel and stuff. That's kind of mad, actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So a lot of people, like the regulars from both communities, they just couldn't make it because it wasn't enough time to organize, you know. So I got a lot of love for the people that did. They believed in me. They booked their shit from day one, and they said, "Let's go," you know. But a lot of the people we signed up for the tournament, they were already there. They didn't come specifically for those games. When EVO posted a week before, it got the attention of enough people that we started to get the signups. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame. It was on them, really. Like, if I was going to do it again, I'd want 6 months. Like, I want them to tell me, you know, I'm going to be there. You know, it's all right. Just give me the thing. Otherwise, you know, I want to make this. I think our Street Fighter 4 tournament was the biggest community tournament in the venue because everyone else capped at 64. I went with 2 days to go. I went, fuck it, send it. Just let them all sign up. Yeah, so we did.
Yeah, I say
And
shout out to Smartphone in the chat as well. By the way, he won again. He's got too many titles now. But we're not gonna get into that Smartphone. And to be fair, I'm gonna have to get you on here at some point as well. To be
hey,
fair,
no, you should.
I
Man's a
will
legend.
definitely. Oh yeah, hundred
Shouts to
percent, hundred
Sparty,
percent.
man.
100%, 100%. So yeah, so obviously you've got like you've got 6 weeks to kind of get it together and stuff, and there's bits of ups and downs. But then in terms of the actual event for you, first of all, like in terms of you running your Street Fighter and Marvel, how was that for you? And as you say, Street Fighter was the biggest one that you've done. So how was that for you in terms of the difference between running it at Evo and then say running it at other events? Did you need to
It's
change much?
no, it's funny because I knew it was just another day, really, but there's always that pressure. It's Evo, people come to Evo. I changed my mind from PC to PS4 at one point. I went, I can't guarantee the consistency of the setup if we play on PC. Plus, people can't practice at home on the same setup. So we settled on PS4. Once we did that, most of the stress was gone. A lot of people, including AJ, Shorty, the other people with me, they all bought their own consoles with them. So it was a real community effort, Everyone had to travel across the globe with all their PS4 and shit so we could run a tournament.
Yeah.
So that was the difference compared to versus fighting, whereas I only need all my stream set up there. We needed everything except for monitors. But we had enough. We did the maths. We knew we could run the bracket. I had Willow helping me. Roman and AJ, they ran both brackets back to back with no break while playing in the tournament.
Oh, wow.
So that was 4 hours. Yeah. So
Yeah.
really, I'm incredibly lucky to be surrounded by so many good people, like really good people, man. Family to me, But because of them, it ran perfectly. We didn't DQ anyone that wasn't there. If people turned up late and we let them play still, even if it was in losers. Not one person complained about the setup, the lag, asked for their money back. That happened one time at Versus Fight, Man was 90 minutes late for his pool, and then he's like, "Oh, can I have my money back?" I'm like, "You can't be serious, bro."
Yo, what are you talking about?
But yeah, there was zero drama for both tournaments. We had a really good rep called Laura. Shouts to Laura. She looked after us. She gave us splitters and headphones that they didn't even agree to. She just hooked us up. Shut the fuck up, Sparty. I see you. But yeah, honestly, like I couldn't have asked for two better run tournaments.
That's really
and we had some legends in the building. There's some people I met that I always wanted to meet, that we made content together, talked about combos stuff years ago. We had legendary KBR in the building, Marvel. He ran all the sets, and we all had some drinks after the tournament.
Sick.
Yeah, honestly, like as a tournament experience, it was a 10 out of 10, man. Nothing went wrong. Everyone had a good time. That's all you can ask for as a TO. Yeah. But I was sad to go to my first Evo and leave my arcade stick at home, no games for me. And that's the truth. Like when you're a TO, it's a job, bruv. You sacrifice a lot when you stream, when you run tournaments. I could have been there playing games for 3 days. Instead, I was sat in front of my laptop, making sure everyone else is having a good time. Yeah. And I got no regrets whatsoever. But that's I think people don't realize sometimes it's very time consuming, man.
Of course, but you had the support of like the community, as you say, like Willow, Sparty, and all the rest of the guys. Really kind of
Shorty as well. Like
that's
so
what it's
many
about.
People I need
that's
to
what
give
it's
a shout
about,
out to. Yeah, I had commentators. Someone who I'd never even met. He was called Wolfhart, right? French guy. He said, "I love Street Fighter 4. Can I help you run your tournament?" And I had him commentate for me, and he was so good, man. He was so good, and that's when I knew like it was all about the community because everyone wanted to get involved, man. Yeah, and that's why I do what I do, because I want to bring people together. Yeah, and that's what I did at Evo, brought all my friends together from the stream, made sure they had a tournament. And we did good, man. We did good.
Nah, it's sick, man. And as you say, that's what it's all about, the community at the end of the day. Like I think sometimes we lose that with like, the bigger games and the prize pots and all that kind of stuff. Whereas these are obviously the community games, obviously the stuff we do at Versus Fighting is like, these are like passionate people that about these games. So it's like,
exactly,
to see
man.
Everyone coming together and play the games that they love to play. It doesn't have to be, it's the top game that everyone else is playing. I want to play this game. There's a platform for it. I'm going to do the best I can and bring everyone else with me. And like, that's what I love about obviously the community games and stuff, man.
Yeah, but you asked me, why Street Fighter 4 and Marvel, and it's because I love the people that I met along the way. That's the truth. The communities that we've built, they're like, most of them are friends for life. I've got some of the Street Fighter 4 guys, including Zane, coming to my wedding next week. Like, that's how it's real. So that's why I support the games, because I enjoy the company, man.
Yeah, that's it, man. So obviously the wedding is, you rescheduled it to next week.
Yeah, it's Saturday, 25th.
Nice, nice. How you feeling, man?
Yeah, good. I've had no time to think about it because of Evo, so it's getting real now. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm feeling good
Nah,
about it.
that's good. That's good.
And I'm
Man.
getting
That's
married as close to Halloween as possible, really. So for a ghost, it's pretty fitting, no?
good. Makes sense. Makes sense. So, did you manage to get to see much of EVO France outside of your obviously running the tournaments?
No.
Mm,
Friday, I got to walk around the pools for a bit, and I saw like a handful of people I knew from back in the day. Played like a few games of ST on an arcade cab,
yeah.
and then the rest of the time I was just looking out the window. We
Mm,
saw a little bit of top 8 at the end of Sunday. Mr.
yes.
Crimson was playing, and there was like 1,000
Oh yeah.
people or
Just
more,
going
just like all these
crazy.
French people screaming. So we got involved in that a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, like all I did was go to the venue, set up my laptop, set up my stream early in the morning, sit there all day. And then, especially Saturday, we stayed there late.
Yeah.
And then I left and I just had to go back, turn my laptop on, and then start seeding the next bracket. Like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Friday
So,
night and Saturday night, I was still working. Even when we were at the Airbnb, everyone's playing games. I'm on my laptop, seeding, doing my thing. So yeah, really, like outside of the tournament, I didn't see too much. But what I did see was really nice.
yeah.
The actual city is so good, man.
Yeah.
So good.
From what I could see,
Beautiful
it was really
sunshine. That's
sick.
why I've come back home and I'm cold because I've been in 25-degree sunshine, like summer palm trees and shit.
Yeah.
And you come back to the UK weather. Damn, it's always a bit colder up north as well, you know?
Yeah. Is it true that you're gonna live stream the reception?
No, I don't know about that. There may or may not be a few sets around though. In the
Oh
evening.
snap.
You know, may or may not. Can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay, okay.
Might be a little
okay.
phone stream, you never know.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Nah, that's sick, man. Before we get on to anything else, I wish you all the best with everything and that, man. I hope everything goes well. It's gonna be an amazing
Thank
day,
you, man. It's
man.
going to be great. Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to having some real time off as well, like from
Of
the
course,
stream,
of course,
from my
of course.
PC, out the office, just from
Yeah.
life for a few days, man. Because I've been busy, man, with everything with Evo and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Doing the
of course.
stream, doing content, making like doing tournaments and stuff,
Mm,
trying to raise the funds for everything. Yeah, I've been on the grind 24/7, man.
of course, of course. Yeah, it's not easy, man. It's not easy, but
No, for real. But
Nah,
again,
that's
I
it.
regret nothing. You know, I wouldn't change it for the world because
of course.
this is what I love, man. This is what I love doing. This is my calling. And I'll be really sad if I end up going off to do something else.
Mm,
But that's a conversation for another day. We'll have to see how it goes.
yeah, that's sick, man. That's sick. But you see, yeah, like obviously we know that you enjoy Street Fighter 4 and obviously Marvel and stuff, but many people obviously you still play now, but like back in the day you play as well. And like obviously there's one moment that I just wanted to highlight with you in regards to versus fighting. Of the fact it's probably what I'd say probably top 3 versus fighting moments, to be honest.
Damn, at least I was a part of it, you know?
Yes, Ghost versus Pro Fluke.
Everyone from my stream will recognize this anyway. We watched it recently on stream. It's a heartbreaker. We got some sound for this?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, slap the sound up, bro. We don't need to talk for this one. We'll just let it rock.
All right, we'll just let it rock. We'll let it rock.
There's a lot for him to deal with.
I will do some talking though. At this point, I was very, very confident. The biggest thing about me when I went to tournament is that I didn't give a fuck who you were. I went there and played my game, yeah? So a lot of my local friends that were way better at the game than me, they would go to tournament and they would just choke, man. They would get nervous. They would drop inputs. They'd be worried about stuff. Me, I just went there. I didn't care. I was disrespectful online Honda, even when you were sat next to me. And it made me dangerous, man. I'm telling you. Play the guy that's got no fear.
Yeah.
That's not what you want in tournament.
Yeah.
But yeah, me and Luke, we played a lot at this time. We went back and forth for a while, and then at this point, he was on the grind. He was traveling.
Yeah.
He beat players like Bon Chan, you know. He was cooking. I saw him wash Dominion this same weekend. He washed Dominion in the set. That he was so salty, bro, when he walked away. So Luke was on form at this point, yeah. So the fact that this set was as close as that was, it was testament to how dangerous I was in tournament. And I played Fuerte as well a little bit. I still do to this day. So I kind of, in my head, I kind of know just play a little bit random against Fuerte is a good thing to do, you know?
Yeah. So I can barely remember the tournament because I was streaming. This is me streaming now, so like I'm just doing whatever and that. But like, can you remember this tournament much?
Yeah, I remember. I beat Damascus in this tournament.
Okay.
And I also beat a local guy called Platinum Kid.
Nice play on, mate.
Yes, I remember Platinum Kid. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and
shout
he'd
out
been
to
my
Platinum
demon. He'd beat me twice before, innit, at versus fighting with his only,
Yeah.
yeah. Beat me twice before.
Yeah,
And this year, I finally clapped him, bro. And I was so happy. And he wasn't even really playing the game anymore, yeah. He's like, oh, I'm doing this now, I'm doing that now.
Kid. Yeah.
But I was still gassed to beat him, bro. I remember I didn't really pop off, but I remember walking away and giving it the fucking yes, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, that one felt good.
And as you can see, trying to lay me out now.
Yeah, so I think I pressed the home button because I'm not playing on my own stick. My stick died or something. I had a stick issue and I had to borrow somebody, so I pressed the home button by accident. But back then we were gentlemen, bruv. It wasn't CPT. It wasn't like you enforced to take the game.
Yeah,
We were friends, innit? So we just went, you know what? It used to happen all the time, bruv. And everyone just went, yeah, it's cool. Just play on, you know, it's all good.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's true,
how
it's
he
true,
reached
it's
Also, I hadn't been playing on stick for this long, maybe just a couple of years at this point.
Okay.
sumo splash.
So definitely my execution is way better now than it was then, you know?
He has the knack to come back from this.
Do you still play Honda? Do you still main Honda?
No, I main Chun now, but yeah,
Okay.
Honda, obviously I played Honda for a long time still. I still feel very comfortable when I play him, but yeah, I tried to make Chun the main maybe like 1 or 2 years ago.
This is backwards.
I played her full time for a year, placed third in an offline tournament, won some
Yeah.
sets. But she requires a lot to maintain. I have to play the game regularly if I really want to play
Oh,
Chun. Whereas
okay.
Honda, I've played him so much, I can just pick up and I'm usually
Yeah,
alright.
it's just muscle memory at that point and just kind of just let it rock out. Yeah, that's all I got.
I hope they switch to the camera here. I'm sure it's here because you can see how hype it is. Like,
Yeah.
you see all the crowd in the background. See me, I'll be sat in my chair like this. Like, yes, one more, bro, one more.
Yes, look, yeah, young Ghost, man. Young Ghost.
Hopefully going to character select.
Damn.
Just taking a
Yeah,
moment.
this is Logan
I
and
ran out of hair, bro. Shit. Damn, I'd never drink water at a tournament either. That's how you know it was serious. And I'm talking shit to him. Look.
Take a moment to
Yeah.
do that.
Oh, this was back when they had the converter with the timer.
yeah,
Remember?
Chronos Maxes.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Chrono-
yeah, yeah. So this was
I'll
like
ne-
right early PS4 days, bro.
I'll never.
Maybe
forget
that's why I
Chronos
had a
Maxes.
stick, you know. Maybe I didn't have a PS4 stick or a converter.
Yeah, I'll
That's what
never
I was
forget.
using. Man like Brudu in the background, you can see him sat there. I was using his stick. Look at all the heads in the backgrounds. Where Affy's there, Bolt Strike,
Yeah, Taxi's
Gunslinger,
there.
my SFO boys, JLM. Who else is there? Laughing Goblin, Brudu, all the boys.
Yeah.
Look, he's getting coaching as well, bro. Now I'm always like no coaching. Any chance I get to say no coaching, I'm like yo. But back then I didn't care, you know. He needed it.
Yeah, but it's bad because I said I remember like this because I think this obviously this would have been this is top 16 to get into top 8.
Yeah, this was to get to top 8. Yeah, and I was gonna play Hurricane if I won this.
Yeah.
And Luke lost to Hurricane, and I was so confident that weekend that I could beat Hurricane. So confident, bro. I was feeling it. This is where I got my CPT points from, though. This tournament, because I
Yeah.
came 9th.
He's taking big damage.
Yeah. And that's the thing I remember because we were streaming in the main room on the Saturday, and then we moved up to like a smaller room on the Sunday, and that's like everyone's just like together, and it's sick though, man. Like
Yeah, the main room was like a square, and then it had all the stairs that went up on either side, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so I remember that room really well. I used to love that venue, you know. We used to sit outside in the sun, get ice cream. Like,
Yeah.
I can't remember what that place is called. That square, you know, outside.
Yeah. I remember Birmingham. This one was at the Birmingham Rep Theatre. It's like a theatre.
Yeah, that's
kind
the
of
one.
stuff, so there's
Yeah.
a couple like rooms here and there. So yeah, this one was sick. Q bombs, man. Q bombs, classic.
Moves cheap. The move is cheap.
Super cheap.
Not a normal cube bomb.
No, so Sparty's talking about a bracket mix-up. The year before, I think it was.
Oh, yes, it
Somebody
year before.
reported. I'm not gonna fucking shame anybody, yeah. But Gunslinger, you're a waste man, bro. And he fucking reported the score wrong, so the whole bracket had to be run. And you know, the only person that didn't affect was me. The only person who didn't get to play another match was me. I was out anyway. But he fucked up our whole bracket for everyone else.
Yeah, that was a nightmare. And I think that was the first year that we had CPT at the time as well. I think.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And
Yeah.
I don't think he did it intentionally, bro. I think the person just didn't hear him or something, and it's like he walked off salty, he never thought about it. But yeah, it was pretty fucked up that everyone had to play again, except for me, bro.
Yeah, that
Didn't work
tournament
out
was
in my favor.
Yeah, that tournament was a bit mad because at the time the internet was a bit dodgy in the venue, and on day one we were struggling to stream and stuff and whatever else, and it was just mad. And then day two we streamed in obviously the IMAX that we use now for versus
Yeah,
fighting,
bro.
and it was fine. It was totally fine. So he's like, it's always the way. Like one day he's gonna be terrible, one day he's gonna be good. But it worked out.
But you got to think, this was like a decade ago, bruv. Like the internet's
Yeah.
got way better now. Like
Yeah,
you can run it on
yeah.
your phone now, like if
Yeah,
you need to, you know.
Yeah.
Yo, look at this dry shit. Look, he's got Q bomb, so I can't go near him, and I've got the life lead, and he's waiting for me to jump so he can Q bomb me. Yeah, scumbag, bro.
There was no whiff.
Oh, not the double kill.
Double
Oh.
kill, takes the game.
Oh, that's so painful. What did I say, guys? Run forward Q bomb. 2015. Run forward Q bomb.
Then you can see here, look at the difference. Luke, he's
Last match,
laughing,
the-
yeah,
the
but
trade,
really,
the jump
he's
back
fucking
trade,
serious. Look, he's gone back to
works
character
out in
select.
his
He's
favour.
sweating, and me, I'm having the time of my life, bro. I'm sat there rocking back and forth. I'm hyped. I'm smiling at him. I'm laughing. I'm joking. I'm like,
Again as well.
that was the difference. That's why I was dangerous, because I was always feeling it when I sat down, man. I was there for fun.
Had to take
And
Yeah.
if my fun was at your expense, all the better.
Had to seal his demon after 6 years.
Look, he's getting more coaching, bro. More coaching.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, look. You know, I lost to I'm Still the Daddy in, what was that tournament in Birmingham? It was like an expo or something. Do you remember?
Fluke of Flame.
Possibly.
I can't remember what it was called. But I was in Birmingham anyway, yeah.
He's actually
And I
Is
was
that
beating I'm-
NEC?
Yeah, it might have been.
And
And I was beating I'm Still the Daddy. I was 1-0 up, round up, yeah. And then Tyrant comes over and starts giving him the coaching, and he beat me, bro. I'm like,
Yeah, I think this was the where it starts.
Big damage.
so there's some lore to this outfit, yeah. When this outfit came out, I'm like, I love the turtle outfit. I'm gonna wear it. I need a new name in it. And Zane came up with the name Hondatello because he's like Donatello because he's purple. And so that was my Xbox Live name. It still is, I think, to this day. Hondatello, bro.
That's sick. That's sick.
Shit. I was EGX, Rudy. Yes, that's what it was. It's EGX.
Yeah.
That was the
We
one.
haven't seen it in a long time, and fantastic play from Ghost here. But Pro Fluke he doesn't have bar, but he
Nice
still has
anti-air
Q-bomb.
trades though.
This is the problem now. I'm a round up and I'm feeling myself.
Gonna be a compliment.
And I'm just jumping around like an idiot trying to fluster him because it's on him now, you know.
He is holding that Q-bomb.
Mr. Pro Player, look, Q-bomb getting stuff there. This should be GG's, bro.
Yeah.
This is like, again, this is inexperience. Like my tournament experience now compared to then. Even though I played in a lot, it's just different. My understanding of the game, I'm used to being in these positions a lot more now because I've played in so many tournaments, especially since I started streaming. Playing in tournaments and commentating them and still winning them, like
Gets the throw though, Logan.
this would be free to me now.
Has a setup ready.
This specific situation where I had that life lead, I'd
Yeah,
been
yeah,
so
yeah.
confident. Now I'm still just running around like an idiot, bruv, trying to cause him problems. Ultra, should have ultra.
One chip.
Oh,
Q-bomb.
Q-bomb.
He knows.
What a
He was
move.
at
What a
death's
move.
door. we
But
had
do you
no
still keep in
time.
contact with Pro Fluke now by any chance? Or
Yeah, like again a couple of years ago when he wasn't so busy, he come by the stream. He was streaming a bit himself as well.
oh,
We ran
nice.
some like lobbies, some exhibitions. I think he's good friends with Ruzu. He's like he's been around my stream a lot. He's been a good friend to me, man. Commentating my tournaments, hanging out. Like yeah, so him and Ruzu been friends. So while they were hanging out, they would play mad late night sessions. We'd all join the lobby and stuff. But I haven't seen him around for a while. Just life takes over, I guess. You know?
Yeah, of course, man.
That's why I said 10-year anniversary this year would have been nice to hook up and run it back.
And he misses it. Oh, would it hit?
See, look, I would have ultraed him there. Today, I would have ultraed. I would have just straight ultraed.
Just straight
Instead, I
ultra.
did this wasteman budget combo, yeah?
Yeah, the damage
This
scaling-
situation, though, this is unlosable. I do jab hands on his wake up and he's dead. And I was in tournament and I had the fear, bro. I froze up. After feeling myself the whole time, this is when I panicked. Panicking Skywalker.
He cannot take a trade right now.
That's all he's doing.
Yeah. Heartbreaking.
Pro Fluke
And look, it meant
Oh.
so much to him. And I
Yeah.
was still just like, oh, never mind, you know?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't that invested, bro. Even though I knew it was top 8, play Hurricane, I was still there for the fun. So
Yeah.
today I would have been pissed if that happened, you know? That's the difference. I would have never not closed out that situation. And see, there you go. Even though it was beef between the scenes, it was all love, even back then.
Yeah, it's sick time. As I say, I just remember being in the room and just the atmosphere and everything was, and then obviously when that happened and it popped off, it was
I was sick that you were streaming that though. I had no idea until we had this conversation today, bro.
I think I streamed like the first 5 or 6 versus fightings.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't. So I've done. I've been here for a minute, man. I've been here for
Hey,
a
for
minute,
real, me too, man.
man. Tell me about it, man. What's
Yeah, that's a classic set. You know, according to my local friends, that's not even my in my top 3 worst tournament losses. My worst one is at hype spotting. I was playing immersion. I made it out of pools. I beat some pretty good players as well to make it out of pools. Eru Xiaohai, who played Rufus and Elena, was really solid. Me and Clangers actually made it out of that pool. So shouts to Clangers. And then I played immersion for top 8, and I had like a 80% life lead Vega versus Honda in the last game. All I had to do was sit there. But like I said, yeah, that wasn't me in it. That wasn't me then.
yeah,
I was
different
just
times.
so I jumped at him and he ultraed me and then he hit me with the mix and killed me. And again, I didn't think anything of it. I'm just like, oh, never mind. But the boys still remind me all the time, oh, that was the worst one. You should have never lost that. Like, that was worse than that. That's what I'm telling you. It was even more unlosable than that. Man had a pixel and I was just chilling. All I had to do was down back and I just jumped at him for no reason. Yeah. Idiot.
That times.
But yeah, that could have been those two moments, 2 top 8s
Yeah.
in 2 big tournaments. It could have changed my life. You never know.
Could have been, man. It could have been. But I'd say you'll be thankful for what you've got now, anyway, and what you continue to do for the scene and that, anyway. So,
All right, for
definitely
real. No,
thankful.
those moments though, they're like you grow from them. You know, you learn
100%.
big
100%.
tournament moments.
100%. So I think so in terms of, obviously you play Marvel and Street Fighter, and you've mentioned that you dabble with Tekken 8 as well. Like, are there any other games that you play nowadays, or any future fighting games that you're looking forward to? Like, we've got Invincible, Marvel Token, any kind of games that you're looking forward to that are upcoming?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it will be Tokon, obviously, a big part of the Marvel scene. You know, everyone's going to be all over that day one because everyone loves Marvel, even if it ends up not being good. For the first couple of months, it's hype because everyone plays the same game.
Yeah.
And I love that when new games come out, you know, you all play together, you learn. That 2XKO. And then, yeah, I'm just looking to play some Tekken. I'm not going to lie.
That's sick, man. That's sick.
Super excited for Tekken, yeah.
I didn't even know that you played Tekken. I had no idea.
It's because I don't really play anymore. I went to 2 tournaments. I did like a local at SFO, and I went to Drowning Pools maybe last year. I entered Tekken Marvel. I commentated Marvel as well. Top 8 was really sick. Nice. Yeah, that was the only really like offline tournament I went to, and it was on PS5. And you know, my whole life, brother, I've been a console player. Yeah, all these people were like, you need a monitor, you need this, you need a PC. I'm like, no, I'm just playing on my TV with my console. You know.
Yeah.
And so I'd go to tournament and it didn't bother me none. And now I play on a PC at home, and PS5 is like, it's night and day, man. And I went to this tournament and I felt like I was playing underwater, bruv. So if I want to play Tekken for serious in like offline scenarios, I need to get a console and play at home. But for now, I'm just enjoying playing online, relearning the game, pressing some buttons on my hitbox.
Do you think?
And again, I play Kazuya, so I'm just looking to ruin somebody's day, bro, with the casino gameplay.
Fair enough. Do you think you'll enter any Tekken tournaments in the future then?
Yeah, I'd like to, man. If I go to Drowning Pools this year, I'll definitely enter again. I just need to try, and even if I go there early and just try and sit down for half an hour and like have a little brush up on the PS5, you know. You know, I just want to play Tekken. I love it. And now Evo's out the way, especially I finished my season 6 of the Marvel Online tournaments. It's going to buy me more free time to play some other fighting games. And the only reason, to be honest, I don't play it more is because my PC can't handle streaming it anymore.
Oh, okay.
Have to run it in like the lowest graphics, and it looks like a PS2 game or PS1 game. And I can't sacrifice that so I play off stream when I can, you know.
Fair.
I love it, man. For me, it's my favorite current fighting game. Like, I could sit and play it every day.
That's sick. So what's next for Ghost then, in terms of like, as you say, you've finished season 6 now of like the online series. Have you got anything coming up? Have you got any events that you're gonna be at in terms of running events or online stuff coming up?
So outside of tournaments, we normally try and run like a big Street Fighter 4 gathering once a year. This year it was in Germany in the summer. They had like over 20 people. And I had to miss it because I had to save the money for EVO. I missed a lot of stuff, man. I missed going to the mix up in France. I missed going to Germany. Like, had to say no to loads of shit so that I could go and run that tournament there. So next year I don't really want to have that, you know, holding me back.
Yeah.
So I'd like to attend the offline, which is going to be maybe in Germany or Switzerland next year. And then Versus Fighting Man is on the radar, you know. Need to get back if Justin will have us. I'm not going to lie, I'm hoping to talk to Justin real soon about that. Because,
Nice,
like I
nice,
said,
nice.
Evo gave us 6 weeks notice.
Mm.
If we can get versus fighting locked in and give
Yeah.
like 7 months notice,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 'cause
I
Gem-
want to break that barrier. I want to see if we can get to 128 people for the tournament.
Mm.
I want to grow, you know, that's my next
Yeah.
goal. Can we
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
tournament to the next level? Evo, with another month of support from them, it could have
Yeah.
easily been 128 plus, easily.
We just got
Yo,
confirmation
Justin's
from Justin
confirmed.
already. He's in the chat. Shout out to Justin. Shout out to Justin.
Hey, there you go. So shouts to Justin. I love you, Justin. Yes, that's my boy right there.
We got, but Justin still won't come on an episode of Community Corner. But we'll leave that for
That's
another
crazy. I was kind of hoping he's going to be here as well today. You know, I thought maybe, you know,
I'm working. I'm
Hey.
trying to get him on, man. I'm trying to get him on, man. But shout out to Justin though, all the time, man, all the time.
I
But
for real,
yeah.
I've got nothing but love for Justin. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for him because he was the first one to believe in me and give me that opportunity. And you know, the fact that he's already said confirmed. Let me get the date off you, Justin, later. I'll lock that shit in, bro. Because I'm telling you, I'm looking to break records next year. I want that 128 man bracket, and I'm going to be harassing everybody that I know to come to versus fighting. Come to Birmingham, come play Street Fighter 4,
Yeah.
big boy stream. You know, we'll run some exhibitions, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as I say, like the community games, especially like Street Fighter 4, like obviously Third Strike, shout outs to Jassy, Super Turbo. Those are like, as much as we run like the main games, I think for me, the highlight of any versus fighting is like the community games. Because again, as I said, like that aspect of just coming together for the game that you love and seeing like, obviously these people have traveled to come for this event and play this game specifically. And you can tell by
Hey, for real.
just the vibes and just how everyone
Yeah,
is
the
together.
community tournaments are where it's at. Like, it's hard to find the words, but I feel like a lot of people, they just go to watch, and it's like they're very casual. So you always get more people that just come and enter these big tournaments. It's like whatever to them. But the people that come to the community tournaments, you know, they're there for love, for passion, for support. You know, those people turn up, they bring all their shit, they come give up their time to commentate, whatever it is. All those people come there just because they love what they do and what they play.
Yeah,
So you can feel it. It was the same. All the community tournaments that were ran at Evo, they were so hype. There was like a 20-man Skullgirls bracket behind us, and there's like 50 people watching, screaming, cheering. They were playing Vampire Savior. I don't know how many people entered, but it was like we had grand finals going on, and it was just as hype as what we had going on next door. They're playing Vampire Savior. I'm like, that's what it's about, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like you get more hype in the community tournaments as well. It means more because there's a lot of like, it's like there's more long-term rivalries in the older games. You've had someone like me and AJ, we've been playing together for, I don't even know, since Super came out, what, 2010, 2011? And it's like still, it's just competition. Like if I can beat him on the day, I did good. But it's just always, you got that person you're looking to beat. And occasionally these community tournaments, you see that person lose and you know the community is behind them because they've watched you grow to that point where you can beat them in 6. It's just always the same players. It's not been around long enough yet to have those stories, you know?
Yeah.
But the community games, those stories will go on forever, man.
And that's the thing, that's the landscape of how games are in terms of like the online and stuff as well. Like you kind of miss the stories of like the main games as well, because the events are different now. Like obviously where like before earlier on, everyone's trying to get to every event. Now it's like top players, if you will, they're going to be more selective because, okay, well, this is a pro event, this isn't. So I'm going to go to this one and not to that one. So you kind of miss the ongoing storylines throughout the year, I guess. So it's just slightly different now. But as you say, with the community games, there's always going to be those legacy players there. So
back in the day, every weekend was a major. You'd have Takido, Justin, Chris G, you know, all the names that you knew, Gamer B, Mago, just, you know, name them all. Every week, those people traveled everywhere. America, Europe, Asia, like wherever there was a tournament, everybody went. And now, like you said, everyone picks and chooses because it's about points and about money. And you lost that, man. Street Fighter 4, no one played Street Fighter 4 for the money. They played for the passion. They played for the competition. They wanted to be the best. Like that's all that matters to them. There's a handful of people in 6 that's like that, you know, people like Mena, people like Punk, people like Knuckle Do, but then there were so many people that were hungry for it, and no one really ever dominated for that long because the competition was there constantly.
It's true, man. It's true, man. But yeah, I guess if you got any shout outs before we head off.
Oh yeah, where do I even start? Shouts to SFO, you know, shouts to Willow and Tyson. Ty, especially if he hadn't started SFO back in the day, I don't even know if I'd be playing fighting games today because it would have just been me playing Tekken online. and eventually that gets boring, you know. So yeah, shouts to Tyson, shouts to SFO, shouts to Willow as well, who's you know, one of the best TOs out there, true hero of the FGC. If you've ever been to an EU tournament, the chances are Willow's been backing it somewhere, you know. So shouts to him. Shouts to the Pigeon Posse, everyone from my Discord. Shouts to Mojo, AJ, Chewy, Shorty, my partners in crime that travel the world with me to play the 15-year-old games. And of course, shouts to Justin, who gave me my first offline opportunity. Everyone else at ED, yourself, Zane, Lavelle, like Jinty, all those people we've known forever. I look forward to seeing you guys at Versus Fighting next year.
For real, man.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I could just keep going. There's too many people to shout out, but you all know who you are. You're the real ones. And it's a community thing, you know. When you play a game that's 15 years old, the reason most people still play it is because they're surrounded by the people that they enjoy hanging out with, you know. So anyone that's ever come by my stream, shouts to you guys. Damn, I just did the iPad DJ, bro, of headbutting the microphone, you know. You remember that?
Yes.
The Capcom Cup, man, like iPad
was-
DJ, bro.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I'll never forget that. That was so funny. He was so hyped.
Yeah, it's mad
Unbelievable.
crazy. But now, thanks a lot for coming on, man. I appreciate the time. Appreciate like. you
Oh
taking
no,
the
it's
time out to
my
kinda
pleasure, bro. Honestly,
come
I
on
could
and
talk to you
man.
about fighting games all night, and hopefully we'll get another chance to
Yeah, definitely.
have round
man.
2, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely get back on it then, of course, man.
But
of
yeah,
course,
one
of
thing I want to
course.
say before we wrap it up
Of
is,
course.
guys, come to Versus Fighting next year. I promise you. Outside of EVO, outside of house sessions, whatever it is, I'm promising you now, we're going to have Versus Fighting, and it's going to be the biggest community tournament we ever had for Street Fighter 4. I'm giving you nearly a year's notice to come to sunny Birmingham. It's lovely there. You'll like it. The venue's sick. They got good food, good fighting games. They got every fighting game you could ever hope to play in one building with some of the best people I've ever been lucky enough to know. So yeah, make sure you lock that in. Come see us next year for some offlines. And shouts to Justin, man.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. But again, say thanks for joining us, Ghost. It's been a real pleasure, man. Like kicking off season 3 of Community Corners. Well,
Yeah, season
thank you,
3,
man.
hell yeah.
Yeah, this is episode 26, man. I can't believe I've still been doing it for.
And Justin's number 27, yeah?
Justin is not number 27. I don't
Justin,
know.
talk to me, bro. Come on now.
I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. But speaking of episodes, next week we are going to have Koenji on. Koenji, obviously, remember the scene, got top 8 at Versus Fighting. Plays Tekken. Obviously, he's done some dev behind the scenes work in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite as well and beyond. So he worked on the mod as well. Shout outs to him.
Hey, you know what? Give a shout out to everyone that was involved in that mod because it's incredible. Untamed
Yeah.
Gaming as well. They heavily support Infinite in America. That's like their game. They do the Battle Realms. They're doing partnerships with TNS. And I played Beyond as well. I ran a couple of tournaments myself, and it is really, really sick. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to tuning in and listening to that as well.
No, I appreciate it. But yeah, let's say we got Koenji on next week, same time next week, 7 p.m. next week, Thursday. So yeah, before we go, you can catch us on Electronic Dojo on everything except Instagram, which is Electronic Dojo UK. Please follow us.
Yes, follow
on
the man's
all
everywhere.
socials.
Trust me.
Socials. We also have I've got a Tuesday stream, 6 o'clock. Me playing random retro games. This week I was playing Batman Returns on the SNES. I'm gonna stream on Tuesday. I don't know what game I'm gonna play. I might play Streets of Rage 2. I might play something else.
Oh, you got a little list of potential candidates? Yeah, man.
Yeah, any if there's requests for games, I'll run them, man. I'll run them. But this
Everyone loves Streets of Rage, right?
Yeah.
This is kind of like Streets of Rage as well. This Batman game. It was sick.
It is. So yeah, like this. I just thought I'd just do something and like play the games that I like to play and just stream them basically. So I'm trying to stick to Tuesdays, but we'll see how it goes. But I'll definitely be streaming this Tuesday again from 6.
No, that's really good, bro. You got to make the time. As being a streamer of 2 fighting games, it's really hard for me to be like, I just want to like, I did some Mega Man X and played some other retro stuff recently. I'm like, it's hard to find the time for that, but you got to make the time, you know?
Yeah, definitely, man. So we'll see how that goes. I got bodied as well. I got bodied by Catwoman. There's a period I'm gonna chop it up and that, and Catwoman, she's it's a bit of a joke.
Yeah, I can see you only posted the bit where your body and man's, you know.
Yeah. If you used to watch the stream, like you'll see, but that'll be on Tuesday.
That's the highlight.
Retro time. Also got my own little stuff. Also a children's author illustrator, so I create books, coloring books, toys, plush toys, all that good stuff. LittleMiloBooks.com. Gotta plug my own stuff. So
No, you should, bro. You're a very talented man.
Nah, I appreciate that.
Also
man.
does some
Appreciate
sick photography at Versus Fighting. If you ever seen me post pictures, my man here probably took them.
Yes, yeah, no, I appreciate that, man.
Shit.
Appreciate that, man. And then we've got you mentioned Drowning Pools as well. I had to check when it was.
Yeah, that's next month. Yeah.
Yeah, next month, November 15th.
Yeah, they close the sign-ups on the 10th. We got Marvel Free there, as well as a bunch of other sick games, and the biggest mystery game tournament, 64 mans. It's a madness. Trust me. If you like random tournaments like that, me personally, mystery game is so hype. It can be better than a real tournament, you know, for just one game. Mystery game tournament, especially if it's like with teammates and stuff. So yeah, if you want to be part of the biggest mystery games tournament, definitely try and sign up before it's too late. They might even be capped already, to be honest. But if they're not, you should get involved and come play Marvel with us. Shouts to Willow holding it down this year. Once again, see Willow, bruv. He's the man.
Definitely, man. Definitely. But for now, Ghost, I will let you head off and enjoy the rest of your evening. Oh, whoa. Sorry. Sorry, my bad.
Early.
Wrong button. Now I say shout outs to you, and I have to say shout outs to the fiance, the wife to be as well, man. Shout outs to her as well for, you know, accepting the date change.
I know, honestly, bruv. She's been so good to me, and hopefully the wedding will be good, and it will all be worth it, you know.
Yeah, definitely, man. I wish you all the best with that as well, man. Like you said, it's
I appreciate it, man.
Next Saturday.
Yeah, 25th.
Nice.
So yeah, I'll be away for like a week and a half.
Nice.
And then I'll come back and I'll be married, you know, and washed.
Yeah, just take the time. Just take as much time as you can to enjoy the time off, man.
Hey, definitely. The grind begins again after that, though. You know,
it does for real, man. But now, again, thanks a lot. I appreciate the time. Absolute
pleasure.
pleasure.
All right, bro. It's been a pleasure, man. Likewise. Yeah, good talking the shit, and hopefully we'll catch up soon, man.
Yeah, definitely get you back on soon and that. But thanks a lot, man. And we'll see everyone next week, same time, same place. Electronic Dojos. I'm off.
All right, stream. Later, guys. It's been a pleasure. Have a good night, y'all. Peace.
See you later, guys. See you later. Let me just end the stream.